There are no changes to either. India are playing the same side that beat Australia in their semi-final, and the Pakistanis have stuck to the same 11 who overwhelmed New Zealand in the second semi-final. And there's the first ball, and it's played to square leg. And that's the first run for Pakistan. Kumble running across from mid-on, one for no wicket. Flashes, misses, through to the keeper, and one for no wicket at the end of the second. That's a big outside edge, it's coming down the ball, and it's 4 runs. Uppish, and as Glenn was saying, another slip, and there could have been trouble for the batsman.
Yes, well, that would have gone to a second slip, unquestionably.
Fine shot, past the bowler on the outside. It's going to be 4 runs to the long-off boundary. The Dade will not cut it off. 12 for no wicket, Pakistan in double figures.
That's gone again, and this time Camry's got a stronger chase. He may just get there, but he's picking him up off his legs well. 3 more to Sahel. Well, he's just flipped that way. Disdainfully, he's really moving into gear now, and the pressure is easing on Pakistan. So Venkat Prasad, who started so well, now looking a little iffy. And even more so after that. Now Saeed Anwar takes up the challenge as 4 more. And now the danger signs are there for India. And that's gone. Superbly timed. He just leant on it and away it went.
That's certainly the shot of the morning. There's no doubt about it. That delivery, you'll see Amir Sohail coming forward to it. It wasn't really half ball, it was on the top. That was definitely the best shot so far. Middling the ball and speeding to the boundary line. Beautiful shot.
Quite extraordinary. He's been under the cosh, but he is able to show that kind of confidence. Oh, he's done him again. And he just picks it up. When he's in form like this, he can destroy anybody.
Yes, 50 coming off. Just a 9 over. In the right slot for hand. Right across front foot. Just helping the ball.
He was lucky to survive early on, but now he's taking advantage.
Srinath will have to do something different if he wants to get rid of this man.
And did he get it out? There's a no ball. Mongia, who's already been fined for some rather erratic behaviour early on, not happy. But I wonder if there was an under edge there. It's academic. Because it's a no ball.
Well, I think that shot is being played irrespective of that shot. And there it is. There's no doubt about it. That was a no ball.
Yes, a definite edge.
Anyway, here is Kumble to Sohail. And that's 4 runs. First ball misdirected down the leg side, swept. And it doesn't matter to Sohail this morning who the bowler is. They all go the same way. And that's got edge through the slips, the non-existent slips. It's 4 runs. So, the end of another highly productive over for Pakistan, 61 for no wicket. Prasad. Oh, dive that was put down there in the gully by Azharuddin. Went very fast, but otherwise...
It's one of those rare occasions I've seen Azharuddin dropping a straightforward catch.
There's Azharuddin. It won't be making him feel too happy. He's standing at slip. What a marvellous stroke. It was well up to Saeed Anwar. He hit it very hard into the mid-off gap for 4.
And Saeed Anwar there face Prasad. And that's going to be 4. Down to the long leg boundary, beautifully turned. Cut square of the wicket, it's going to be 4 to the deep backward point boundary. And Saeed Anwar now cutting loose after a quiet and a shaky start. And the wicket he comes. It is going to be a 6, is it? We'll have to wait for the umpire signal, and it is a 6. The crowd tell it all.
Look how he fences this. He knows there's a long on out there. He hit more across it to get it wide of that fielder, and that's perfection in placement. But in the end, he probably didn't need to place it because it went into the stand.
Swept and swept fine. Sidhu running around, gets to it, returns, and just a single. 90 for no wicket. And there you see the batting analysis for Pakistan. A slow start, then suddenly Manhattan goes all over the place. Down the wicket he comes, it's up in the air, he could be out caught, and he's gone. He's out caught by Prasad at long off, and Pakistan's first wicket has fallen. Saeed Anwar is out.
Saeed Anwar just taking too much of a chance here, tries to hit it over long on for 6, or maybe he went towards mid-wicket. I would suspect that was the case. But we have Prasad, and look how he looks anxiously after he takes it to see where the boundary is. He looked around there, but he was clearly inside. A delighted Prasad. Pakistan lose their first wicket at 96.
Let's watch that again.
What's Saeed Ahmed? He did try to hit that over mid-wicket. That's where the gap was. But he got an outside middle on it, which carried a long way down to long on, and Prasad, safe enough.
That was an important wicket.
Yes, I think that's what India needed. They needed that break badly because both the opening batsmen gave Pakistan such a flying start. And obviously Saeed Anwar was the one Pakistan really wanted to get rid of, and they did manage.
So Salim will be absolutely thrilled with the way this has started. So 2 saving, 1 on the off, 2 on the on. Inzamam gets off the mark. That's gone. It's 4.
And that's his 52. Seems to be very pleased. Amir Sahel, who started in a glorious fashion. He played some magnificent shots. And here, Tendulkar is straying down the leg side with no one to protect the fine leg boundary, managing to pick up 4 runs, and with it, his 50 coming up. 51 to Amir Sahel. Well played.
So Sahel will be looking to get on with it again now. Swings that around, it's Sidhu down there. Just drifting down leg side. But he sometimes is a little dangerous early on with that leading edge. He just might get the side edge and up it goes. And that, if you weren't aware, was Monkia. 112 for 1 off 22.
There is Tendulkar. Any team would love to have him. He's such a live wire. Tremendous batsman, brilliant fielder, and a useful bowler.
He's hit that square. Campbell making the move. Oh, yes, excellent footwork. They're through for 3. He's such a swift mover, Campbell.
There's a nice piece of fielding there. Then we'll see Inzamam going for the big hit. Again, not really timing it. And as I said earlier on, he needs to slightly concentrate a bit more. Nice piece of footwork by Kamble.
Tendulkar to Sohail. Typical flashing drive. Kumble is the fielder. And they come back for the second, although a good throw makes Inzamam ul Haq run a little bit faster than he usually does. What, 20, 25,000 people in the ground now. It really is a big crowd. And Chauhan to bowl to Inzamam ul Haq. Tendulkar by the umpire. I suppose in these circumstances all Azharuddin can do is tell his bowlers to keep plugging on, to try and keep as tight a line and length as possible and wait for something to happen.
Oh, I suppose so, yes. He couldn't do anything better.
That's a very good piece of work, a brilliant piece of work by Mongia, and Inzamam ul Haq is out-stumped. A wonderful piece of leg side stumping. I haven't seen a better one for years.
Yes, there you see, indeed, it's a magnificent piece of stumping on the leg side. It's always the most difficult thing to do. It's a clever piece of bowling from Rajesh Chauhan as well.
So, 125 now for 2. And the new batsman, Salim Malik, and this is why Salim Malik has come in. And look at the speed there with which Mongia whipped off the bails. So, here is Chauhan to Salim Malik, who's off the mark in the most stately manner. A nice push-on drive for 1. And here's Inzamam ul's dismissal from stump vision. He's down the wicket, you see. Good piece of bowling, but he went early, the batsman. Chauhan saw it and aimed the ball down the leg side in defence. Good thinking. Chauhan to Salim Malik. And he's gone, he's got the extraordinary wicket. Salim Malik is out, another wicket for India, and this really is a tremendous breakthrough. 2 wickets in this over. The simplest of catches there to Azharuddin. And look at the crowds and listen to the noise.
Well, there you see, flighted delivery coming in, not on top of the ball, straight to Azharuddin at short mid-wicket.
127 for 3. Basit Ali, he's got a marvellous record so far, just 21 matches, averaging 43, and that wonderful 127 not out here against the West Indies. And that is a look at Salim Malik's wicket again. It was a gentle push stroke. The slowness of the wicket probably got him out, Venkat.
Well, I think so, yes. The ball didn't come onto the bat and he just flicked it and not getting on top of the ball.
Well, this game really has turned around, hasn't it? In the best traditions of one-day cricket. Tendulkar to Basit Ali, and what a lovely stroke. The pure pedigree of that was lovely to see. Vidadi down there at long off, fielding. Tendulkar, the bowler, in to Basit Ali. Oh, and that's what a wonderful flashing drive that was. Very well fielded there by Vinod Kambli, but he had a lot of running to do, and he's deep, and they got the second. But what a lovely stroke. Oh, there could be a run out now. This is the wicket. It was Amir Sohail's call, but it looked to me as though Basit Ali went himself. Now, I think he would have just have been back at that hit, but it wasn't a very good piece of cricket. And they're going for ice. There is all manner of confusion out there. Well, on another day, the Indians wouldn't have allowed that single. Everyone was running helter-skelter, fielders, batsmen and umpires, and I thought there was going to be the father and mother of a collision. Look. Oh, that was beautifully placed by Basit Ali. Whipped away off his pads before. Neither of the two fielders, mid-on or mid-wicket, could get round to that. And what a lovely shot.
Kumble, better over so far in his second spell. That's single, end of the over. 1-4, 9 for 3, end of the 32nd.
Look at that there, 18 through straightish bit off. Remember, left-hander, the offside's on the right of that wagon wheel. And he didn't have as many as 10 through the cover area because he tends to close the face on it a little.
He bowled it! A cross-bat shot, a very indiscreet one, and Sohail is gone. From the Pakistan point of view, an irresponsible shot. From the Indian point of view, the breakthrough they were looking for. 4th wicket down and India on top.
Sohail struggling, as I've just outlined to you, and the frustration there, and also Srinath there, really see the pressure on his face and his reaction in taking that wicket. So Pakistan now lose their 4th at 149. And here's the dismissal, goes through the gate, looking to give himself a little bit of room. See that front foot went way outside leg stump. He teed off to hit it over mid-wickets, and Srinath now the relieved man.
Mujtaba facing. That's down to third man. He gets his single. 150 for Pakistan. Coming in the 33rd over.
There's the win-loss record, 11-3. India started off pretty well, but latterly Pakistan seemed to have their number. But that could change today. And no run. Well, eventually they do go through. 163 for 4.
Here's Chauhan. Oh, that's a bad one. It's a full toss, but it's in the air. I think it's going to fall safely. It has. And no ball was called. They run a couple of runs, and Chauhan really has bowled a couple of poorish deliveries. In this his recall, he bowled 8 overs in his first spell and took 3 wickets.
And a lovely shot there. It could be 4 runs, but it may be cut off just inside the boundary line. And they go 2 for 2. He moved away past his off stump and played it beautifully.
But good fielding again, boundary riding by Kundry.
And that's going to go for 4, almost certainly, once again giving himself room and lofting it over cover. 193 for 4, and this could be the most decisive moment of the match with Basit Ali in charge.
Well, this is Basit Ali in true form, smacking it. It almost went for 6. I thought it was going to disappear up into the stand, bouncing a couple of times. And so Basit Ali now starting to run hot.
Oh, what a great shot. 6 over mid-wicket. He just walked into that. What a beautiful shot. My word, that brings the 200 up and the crowd to their feet.
He short arms this. Just watch the way he plays it. Bang. In at middle and leg. Didn't appear to be a loose delivery, but a head-on collision between bat and ball. Straight down the ground. Just fetched it a little onside. In fact, ended up going a little wide of mid-on, but all the way.
Down the wicket he comes. He's gone through for a single. It's at 50. Coming back for the second. 51 to Basit. Coming in the 45th over. He's giving so much of pleasure to these spectators.
It's Srinath.
To Basit. That's up in the air. He could be gone. Oh no! It's through his hands, is it? We'll have to wait for the replay. It's a 6. I think it touched his hands and went over Glenn, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, Cobley was not on the boundary edge. He looked as though he was taking it easily, and he's been beaten for pace here. Look, he steadies himself. Whoa, straight through, and he tips it over the bar. He was about 5 metres or 3 metres in from the boundary here, so he had plenty of room to play with, but he steadied himself thinking that he was going to take it easily, and it blasted him away. It went through the hands, and that's 6 to Basit Ali. Trying to hit him through mid-wicket.
cross-bats it, and just before lunch, not a very good shot to play from the Pakistan point of view. A marvellous breakthrough for India, and the game has swung again in India's favour.
Well, what a waste for Pakistan. Basit Ali going so well, and he gets knocked over here, just having an absolute slog. And I'm afraid Srinath just got a little bit excited there. Anyway, that's the break. And when Pakistan were going along so nicely, we see a terrible slog like that from Basit Ali. But what a good hand he's played for his 50.
Srinath loosening up after the lunch, and to face him, Wasim Akram. Oh, it's through him. There's an appeal for a catch. Well bowled by Srinath. It was a very good delivery. It went right through him. 215 for 5, the end of the over. Gets an inside edge. Running down to long leg, just a single. 219 for 5. He's gone, caught by Azhar, and the wicket has fallen. India wanted that, and Akram is out caught.
I couldn't quite work out how this went in the air. Let's see on replay. It's full and wide, and he just angled the bat up rather than closing the face on it, and it flew with the pace of the ball from Srinath straight to Azhar. He takes the catch, and now Pakistan 219 for 6 in the 47th.
And that's going to be 4 runs. Deep backward point. Saeed Anwar watching. 225 for 6, and as Glenn was saying, this man can hit. And that could be another 4, yes. This time it's down to third man. He played it finer. 229 for 6, and hitting like this can change the complexion of the game. Be another run. And Rashid Latif coming back for a second. He'll have to hurry, but the throw went to the other end. And home for 2. Jadeja just a little slow, possibly. Rashid Latif facing. And that could be 4. The ball traveling quickly. Tendulkar getting to it, and it's through him. A dive could have saved it. 240 for 6. That could be 4 runs. There's a fielder lumbering after it, and it's gone for 4.
That ball ended up being a bit of a nothing ball. Wasn't right up, wasn't short, but it was close to the pads of Mustafa, and he heaved it away over mid-wicket. And this is the last ball of the contest for Pakistan. Look at 3 players out there.
Mujtaba, the batsman, he drives into the covers. It'll be just a single, and exactly 250 for 6 at the end of the 50th over. 2-5-1 the target.
A fine partnership of 96 for the first wicket, and Amir Sohail going on to reach 69. After that, the main innings played by Basit Ali, who made 57 and was then out to the ball before lunch. The bowling, well, once again, Chauhan was the best bowler of the lot. The seam bowlers took terrible punishment early on from those 2 left-handers. So there we are now. Let's sit back and see what India can make of a target of 251.
Straight away, a little bit of bounce. No ball that time. But it's amazing that Wasim gets that amount of bounce. Up in the air. What a start. Wasim strikes in the opening over. And Jadeja goes for a duck. Amir Sohail on the catcher. Here's the shot from Jadeja. Yes, Basit Ali it was. It's a simple catch for Basit. Batted well, and now an important intervention. Just a single. Salim having a go, but the little master was home. And Tendulkar takes the challenge. Didn't time it perfectly, but it's away for 4. Sohail it was, and what a chance there to more or less put the screw right on this match. Amir Sohail it is. Tendulkar again taking up the challenge from Wasim, but he didn't get hold of it, and Sohail just got fingers to it. That's got through. A chase for Atta Rahman, and not there. Beautifully timed. Super shot from Tendulkar. 21 for 1.
Akib Javed. And again to Sidhu. That's 4 runs. That is typical Sidhu. It was short, a little bit of width. He passed along to it very quickly indeed. Oh, that's a peerless stroke. That is Sachin Tendulkar at his very best. It may not go for 4, but it was still brilliantly fielded there. Brought back by Saeed Anwar. But what a lovely shot. Anyway, here's Atta Rahman. Well, that was an AP stroke, but it's 4 runs over the top of gully. That's Sidhu, all right. Oh, that's a beautiful stroke. Really a glorious shot. He leant into it. It was all timing and placing. There was no power in that. Tendulkar doesn't bludgeon the ball. He strokes it.
Akib to go. Mujtaba at mid-wicket.
That's India's 50 in the 11th over. It was a very dangerous spell for Pakistan.
Lovely shot, 4 runs. The comparative scores, there's not much in it. It's a lovely shot, 4 runs. Through extra cover, what a beautiful shot. Lovely movement of the feet. He stepped into that half volley and gloriously drove it. Just watch it again.
The body weight coming through, not full extension of the feet, but see how the blade of the bat stays in line in the direction that he's trying to hit the ball, and that went through extra cover like a rocket.
Full toss, and it's up in the air. Extra cover by Amir Sohail. And this is the one that Pakistan wanted, and they've got it.
A full toss, can you believe it? Hit the toe of the bat, put it away, and it was wide, but Tendulkar went at the shot too quickly. He hit it on the up with the bat coming upwards, and Sohail taking a good catch, and India lose their second at 60. This is a real windfall for them, particularly from a delivery like that. Tendulkar will be unhappy. The Pakistanis will take it. Thank you very much.
And it's interesting, Glenn, that it was Sohail who let him go earlier on, and this time he got it.
Now there's a slip gone back in. We've gone back to an orthodox field for the incoming Azharuddin. Slip in a gully back there. No short cover, no short mid-wicket.
The first ball to Azharuddin. Thick outside edge, down to third man. Mujtaba the fielder.
there you see Azharuddin trying to steer the ball away, and it only succeeded in giving a catch to the wicket-keeper.
Lottie picking up an easy catch, 63 for 3. Well, Inti supping in the liquid, and he must be very pleasantly, I would think, almost surprised at the way this match has suddenly turned around once more in his favour. But maybe there are more twists to come. He's got that away. The lightning figure around well. Gives chase, Sahel throws it in. Two close fielders, both in front now. Sweetly timed. It's Ali, the fielder.
The game is in balance right now, where India had the advantage, and then Pakistan came back, and now these two batsmen, especially Vinod, the two of them, and Sidhu, they've really stabilized the Indian batting.
Yes, it's a situation that when you've lost 3 wickets like this in the middle of the order, you've now got to re-establish the innings, which is going to mean you're going to slow down. Well, that's a fine stroke. And of course, Camberley is such a player that if the ball comes along which should be hit, he will hit it whatever the situation. It's Akram Raza, the off-spinner, who's going to continue the attack. That was delicately played, but goodness me, if Atar Rahman had hit the wicket with his throw then, whether City would have been in or out, I can't tell, and I dare say it would have been the third umpire in the pavilion who would have had to tell. Just watch this. Yes, I think that would have been out.
I agree with you. That was a very good piece of fielding by Atar Rahman. Here's the scoring rate. Now India is trying to save its wickets. That's why the scoring rate is dropping.
That is the end of Sidhu, caught and bowled by Akram Raza, and that is the wicket that the Pakistanis wanted. Sidhu is the man out.
Well, that was a classic case of falling between two stools. Sidhu is trying to force the pace and really didn't quite try to hit the ball for a 6, which is a very good hitter, and nor was he able to keep it down. That's classic when the batsman is in a dilemma.
He got a bit close to it, 83 for 4. And the new batsman, Atul Badadi, only his 3rd one-day match, and he'll be wanting to improve on that average, won't he? And on his highest score too. But he's here because of this.
Yeah, here again, he didn't quite try and hit him over the top. This is, in fact, the pressure, the situation got him out rather than the ball.
So Camberley on 13, having faced 37 deliveries, as you see there, so it's been a very patient innings. And now he's facing Raza. Should be 2 there if they hurry. 91 for 4. Just the single. Will amble across for 197 for 4. And halfway mark for India almost complete.
Safe enough. Just a long on, no mid on in. Going for a second, but he's safely home. So the singles beginning to come at last, with very few boundaries. The run rate increasing all the time. He's hit that high and hard. That's it. That's 6. Well, that was deceptive, and you can see why he hits 6s with monotonous regularity, because he just leant into that. Away it went. 111 for 4. Here's the 6 again. Just look at this. Dances down the wicket. Beautifully timed. Minimum of effort, and it went way, way over. And he's gone again, and this is long, very long. Well, this is why they rate him as such an exciting prospect.
This is the time that Bidadi has got to keep his cool now that he has got a 6 and he's got to accumulate the runs. It's absolutely imperative that he keeps his wicket intact.
That's up in the air, there's another 6. And he just rests on his haunches, does Bidadi, as if he could do that all day. That's safe enough. Cambley looking assured now. In fact, both of them picked up the momentum without giving too many risks. That's gone wide. And it's through Mustafa, the fielder. Now that was risky. And Cambley gives him a bit of a lecture. 136 for 4. Benzema, the fielder. Couple this time. So the runs are coming much more freely now. He's gone for that one. And he's over him. It's 6. Akib Javed just touching the road there, hoping against hope that the ball was going to come down, but not quickly enough. And another 6. 4 sixes he's hit now.
From Pakistan's point of view, they need a wicket.
It's in the air, it could be caught here, deep back for scoring. He is, he's out. It's Asif Mustafa who's taken the catch, and so that is the end line of Bidadi, and he has gone, hitting that full toss high to deep backward square leg, where Asif Mustafa took the catch, and that very much has levelled the game up again, if not tilted it over towards Pakistan. So 163 for 5. This is Asif Mustafa, a very safe pair of hands.
I think there was a change of pace from Amir Sohail. You know, he just bowled that flatter, and that's why this was mistimed. And that really has tilted the game in Pakistan's favour.
Not out yet. Mongia may be stumped. The umpire there, Barry Lampson, has called for the third umpire to adjudicate. The wicketkeeper seemed to me to juggle with the ball. He had his back to us.
Difficult. I don't know what he's going to give. I wouldn't want to be the third umpire.
It might be too difficult to tell.
Very difficult. I don't know what do you think?
He's given him in. Well, I think it was probably the right decision. It was so difficult to tell that.
Cambley marches on. Just about.
It's a big hit, and it's going to be 4. So 174 for 5. This game, anybody. It's going to be a single, 179 for 5, and I think what impressed me most about Bidadi was his temperament, the way he built his innings. That's up in the air, and he's going to be out. And a very odd shot by Mungia. I'll let Glenn Turner, the expert, describe that.
And the replay, look, he goes to put it on the onside. He decided he wants a single, so look at that. Now, that is, I would call that embarrassing. And he's out, caught and bowled, the most curious and strangest caught and bowled you'll ever see. So Mongia goes 180 for 6 in the end.
That's watch that again.
Well, this is the sort of thing you do in the backyard when you're playing cricket, I think, and you just try and nudge it round. It's just unbelievable that he should attempt that shot.
Almost like a stop volley in tennis when the player comes to the net.
Yeah, it could have. I thought it had gone straight up in the air and was going to be caught by the keeper, but it carried him much further than that. We ended up a caught and bowl for Sohail.
And that is going to be 2 runs. Basit Ali running around, and deep backward point, 2 more to Kumble. Square cut, Akram, the fielder in the deep, just the single, 187 for 7. That will be a single, or are they going for the second? Yes, they're coming. Bit of misfielding there by Akib. Travalan, the Pakistan manager. I said before, incessant cheering now. It's up in the air, and it's over mid-wicket. It was a full toss, and the batsman coming back for the second, and they've got it. 198 for 7. There's the scoreboard. Batsman on 5. And that's going to be 4. That's 200 for India. Coming back for the second. And there's an appeal for the run out. And once again, the third umpire comes into question. Let's watch it, Glenn.
I think he could be out. Chowan looked to be up, but he didn't bother to ground his bat, did he? Or extend his bat. Look if he extends the bat or not here. Well, perhaps I've done him an injustice, but look, it's going in the air over the line. That's no good. You've got to ground it before you get there. That's definitely out. And so Chowan, not knowing how to run his bat, look here, he dabs it in.
Oh, yes, his bat is high up.
Yes, and it must be grounded, so he must be given that.
Yes, he's gone. And whereas Kumble got the decision, or Kumble got the decision in his favor, the third umpire has given this decision in Pakistan's favor. Chauhan is out. The 8th wicket is down, 203 for 8.
Certainly pitching nothing in short. Inzamam, the fielder there, going for a couple.
So I think the difference really today was that they got to a point where they didn't try and collect. They just went absolutely doggo at the crease. They didn't collect singles. They put their backs right up against the wall where they needed over 6 and over. Badade then had to try and hit 6s and 4s, which he did for a short time, but then just left their run chase with too much to do at the end.
Got that into the gap. Basit Ali, the fielder. And Pakistan very much with their tails up there, sensing now victory. Their 3rd victory. There's been 3 Australasia Cups now. They've won every single one. And they've been in the last 8 finals of all the tournaments here in Sharjah. Won 6 out of 8. This will be 7. Latif has got it. And they're 9 down.
Yes, an agricultural attempt here at some sort of sweep or hit over mid-wicket, and just a top edge. And Latif coming around and taking the catch easily. Just watch here. Just slogging across the line, trying to whack it over mid-wicket, I saw Rashid Latif, and he took that very comfortably indeed. So Kumble goes, India 209 for 9 in the 47th.
So Srinath to face Malik. Zaman racing round, they'll chase him. They go through for a couple. A very good start.
211 for 9.
Pretty close, yes it is, and there it is. Pakistan have won the Australasia Cup.
And that looks plumb. We'll see it on replay. Akram takes the final wicket to give Pakistan victory. Prasad, the batsman, oh dear, it went through and hit the back pad. Some reason he missed it. And great relief there on the face of Akram. Prasad bewildered as to where it had gone. It would have hit if it hadn't hit him. So Pakistan win.
And they win by 39 runs.
So that's Salim Malik now receiving the Australasia Cup from His Excellency Sheikh Faisal. Amidst loud cheers.
Not a very satisfactory Indian scoreboard. Their main batsmen all got themselves out rather unwisely and stupidly, and by the end, the target of 251 looked further away than it should have done. The bowling, well, Wasim Akram was tremendously quick, even on this dead pitch, and the rest of the bowlers did a thoroughly